Hi, I'm Pat Goss, and this is Goss's Garage.
On I-495 outer loop between Maryland 4, Pennsylvania Avenue, exit 11 and Maryland 214, Central Avenue, exit 15, traffic congestion, average speed of 20 miles per hour.
Now, we talk about all kinds of different things that we see coming into the repair shop, and one of them is right here. This is a hub bearing. You know, all four wheels on the car, they have to roll on bearings, and back in the day, they used to be tapered roller bearings. They had to be taken apart periodically, cleaned, and re-greased. Well, now they have gone to a sealed bearing. Now, it's usually this plate and the lug nuts and lug bolts and everything all made into one unit, and the bearing is back inside here. We can see, if we look carefully down in here, we can see that there are little roller bearings in there. Well, they're sealed from the factory, but that doesn't mean that they wear forever. There's nothing mechanical that lasts forever. That just doesn't happen. All right, now, what happened here? Well, this truck, this is a commercial vehicle, this truck started making a lot of noise. There was a rumbling in the right front of this vehicle. And the driver, well, he thought it was a tire problem. He got out, he checked the tire pressure, got back in, drove it, and went for a ways. The rumbling got worse and worse. Instead of pulling over, he figured, well, maybe he can make it back to the depot with it. Well, he didn't. He's rolling along. First, he's driving too fast. He shouldn't have been driving it to begin with. If he was driving it, he should have been driving it at 5 or 10 miles an hour, making all this noise. But he was driving it 50 or 60 miles an hour. Well, what happened was that because these bearings were failing, well, we wound up with a situation where the bearings dropped out of their position and acted like a wedge in here. It locked this wheel so that it was like applying the brakes on one wheel. That wheel just stopped completely and it's sliding down the road. Well, if this hadn't been a commercial vehicle with a lot of weight in the back of it, it probably would have pivoted on that wheel and gone off the highway. As it was, because he has a big load in the back of this vehicle, it stayed in place and he was able to bring it to a stop. Well, this is what we found, was this was all seized up in here and so on. The moral to all of this is, if you start getting a rumbling, front, rear, one side, the other side, whatever, get it to a shop. Get it checked out. It may be the beginning of the failure of one of these hub bearings. And believe me, if it seizes up and fails out on the road at highway speed, you could be looking at a lot of problems, more than you ever will need. And if you have a question or a comment, drop me a line. And if you'd like more great information, check us out at goss-garage.com. Until next time, drive gently. We'll see you right here in Goss's Garage.